Hello, everyone. Okay, welcome back to Rainbow Room. Okay, I'm gonna fix that. Gonna fix that. Okay. Feel like one of those TV shows where there's a blooper that happens. It's like, I'm gonna fix that. That's gonna be fixed. Okay, let me move this back a little bit. All right, and move it up. Okay, everyone, welcome back to Rainbow Roots. This, okay, let me fix it again. Sometimes I wish it was fixed like the first time, so I don't actually have to keep fixing it. But life isn't like that. Okay. All right. I hope it's not too blurry on your side because I'm seeing a lot of blur on my side. I'm not sure if that's an effect that I didn't create. Okay. Welcome back to Rainbow Roots, everyone. My name is Tracy Viegela Pierre, and I'm your facilitator. Rainbow Roots is a nurturing space for mothers and birthing people. And today we're going to talk about what it means to move when you are pregnant, what it means to move when you're a mother in a place where you're trying to sometimes just stay at the same place with your child. Like when your child is sleeping, you're like, I want to sleep. And then when you're pregnant, you're like, oh my God, this is so heavy. This is so much work. I just want to rest. However, movement is very important, but yet it's still important how you move. So today we're going to get some movement based practice in so that while you're in the state of caregiving, mothering, in the process of birthing, you understand that your body and your physical movement still has to be attended to. So let's start off with some meditation. Ah, all right. Sit up tall, or you can choose to stand. And then I want you to exhale everything out. Ah, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And I want you to inhale a little bit of peace, a little bit of harmony, a little bit more of joy. And then tap your shoulders. That little angel on your shoulder is you. And then tap it down. Exhaling. Once again, inhale a little bit of peace, a little bit more, a little bit of joy, a little bit more, a little bit of love and harmony. And then tap the shoulders and then exhale down. Last time. Inhale, a little bit of peace, a little bit more of joy, a little bit more of harmony, and tap the shoulders and exhale down. From here, let's go into those Sufi grinds. You know how I love to do a Sufi grind because it really gets into those hips and it really feels sensual. And sometimes as mothers, we kind of feel like we've given up our sensuality, like it went somewhere and we just didn't follow it. But it's not true. It is with us as long as we continue to invoke it. So move forward and back, inhaling and back. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. Let's keep moving in this very innate cycle. Trusting yourself to be more than you were yesterday, more than you think you are today. Keep flowing. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Continue to engage your core, not because it looks cute, but because when you engage your core, you protect your lower back. And even when you think, I don't have a core, it's just all belly fat. I got a lot of belly fat too, see? That's my belly. And then I engage my core, I bring it in. I actually have fibroids. I went to the doctor and they said I have about, I don't know, 16 to 20 fibroids. I stopped going. I'm like, okay. They're like, you could do this and you could do that. And I was like, they said, are your periods really bad? I was like, I'm like 45. My periods are almost over. So they're not as bad as they were. They're actually almost non-existent. And that used to be sad for me to know that I was about to miss out on not being able to give birth anymore. But then I was like, look at what I gained. Those periods were hectic. So I'll let the fibroids kind of go down and, you know, make my eating do the work. Maybe go on a raw food fast, maybe go vegan again, but just work with my body and my natural nutritional way of dealing with it. So we're rolling, and now we are going to switch directions. So basically, what I'm saying is, I have a big belly too. They actually said, according to how many fibroids I have, I'm like 4 months pregnant. So actually, maybe you know what? Maybe I'm in menopause, but maybe it's not baby pause. Maybe I still get to have the baby bump even without the baby, which might even be better. So either way, keep going, flow, kind of trusting yourself, flowing through the moments, inhaling forward, enjoying this beautiful rainbow that you are rooting down at your core through all levels of your chakra, relaxing the space between your spine and just flowing through this and release. Coming to center, flip the palms, inhale the arms up and twist to one side as you exhale. Inhale back to center and then exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center and release. Roll the shoulders back, taking out any tension that you may have. And then just put your hands on your lap and let's hold here for 1 moment. And we're going to go into a meditation practice called Nishpan Pao, where you are listening to the most subtlest sound in the room or in the space, something that's consistent and something that's very, very low. And you're just going to focus in on that in the myriad of sounds that are whistling by. I want you to just focus on that one consistent sound just to get really focused. So let's stay here for a couple of minutes. As the thoughts come, allow them to come. No need to fight them. However, also don't hold them. Don't attach yourself to any one thoughts because you are not your thoughts. Allow them to pass by like items in a river. No attachments to not one single thought. If you notice your mind is drifting away like those items that you are trying hard not to focus on that are just kind of sounds that are coming in and out like cars and whistling, I want you to breathe a little bit more deeper. Sometimes that deep breath helps you to refocus again. So maybe quicken your breath just for a little bit and then get back to bare breath, natural breathing. How is your day going today? How do you feel? Ask yourself that. How do I feel today? Or you can even speak to yourself like another self. So, how do you feel today? What are you feeling? Stay woke within this. Stay conscious. Remembering that we do not meditate to get better at meditation. We meditate to get better at life. From here, exhale everything out. Then inhale your arms to palm center, to heart center, and find your heartbeat. Adjust your hands even more to find your heartbeat even more pronounced. And exhale everything out. Then bring your hands back to neutral. Okay. So we're going to stand up and we're going to get some movement in. I'm not going to put on any music because I want you to be aware that the music is always inside of you. If you're looking for a song to give you life or a certain kind of beat, you are missing all the sounds that are constantly around us. Is music great? Yes. Do I love music? Oh my goodness. Probably next to water and everything else that goes well with it. I love music and music is essential. However, your life is a song. Your movements, whether it's walking or whether it's cooking in the kitchen or taking care of your child or even rocking with the baby inside of you, this is the dance. So find stillness in you and allow that to be the music that you rock to. So give me a moment and I'll adjust the camera and we'll get right started. Drink a little bit of water, getting yourself ready. Stay comfy. I think this is doing exactly what I needed to do. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to move back. I'm going to move it back just a little bit more so we can see more of the complete body. And I think that's it right there. I'm going to move this a little bit, I think to, okay, let me check. It's always a little bit of moment to adjust the camera. Actually, let me make it even higher. Sometimes the height will give me the look that I'm going for to get the whole body in there. Okay, I think we can work with it here. Okay. All right, so adjust your clothes, make any adjustments necessary so you're comfortable. And once again, drink some water. Normally I have spring water, but I have to go and make a trip. Well, this is spring water, but it's bottled. I have to make a trip to Indian Springs to actually get the water, Indian States Park. And that's a whole journey of collecting water that takes several hours. However, it's worth it. Good water is essential. All right, so from here, let's just get some swing. Just some subtle swing. Make it organic. Just kind of sway the hips from side to side. And then come to a pause. And I want you to look around your space. Take a moment just to take an account to what is next to you, what is around you, even what is above you. And don't just look to look because you're seeking. You're not seeking anything wrong. You're simply looking to be present. Like I just saw two little flies kiss. very romantic. So from here, I want you to lean forward onto your toes, feel that weight shift, and then lean back. Let's do that again. Lean forward. You can even utilize your hands as I'm using it, and then lean back. And then let's go side to side. Put all your weight onto one foot, inhaling, and then exhaling to the other side. All the weight on one foot, even maybe a slight lift in the foot. Inhaling, and exhale. Back and forth. Inhaling, and then exhaling. I think the flies are attracted to me because I have lemon in my hair. From here, open up the legs wide, bend the knees, kind of fold your heart, bend the knees graciously, and look back up. Now, of course, if you're with child, this is not going to work. So you just want to kind of come into a flat back, pushing your hips back, come to a flat back, and lift up. Let's do that again. Inhale, and then exhale down into that flat back, pushing the hips back, taking that weight off of the knees. 2 more times. Inhaling here, and then exhaling down. Inhale up. Last one, and exhale down. Beautiful. Let's interlock the hand and stay very aware of that mind-body connection. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows out to the side very wide. Inhale up, keeping the hands interlocked. Onto your tippy toes. Even if you don't see my tippy toes, I'm on my tippy toes. And exhaling down. Look to one side. Inhale. And exhale to the other. And back to center. Inhale up. All the way up nice and high. And exhale down. Go to one side. Inhale. And exhale back to center. Inhale from here. Then exhale to the side. And then inhale back to center. From here, open the legs a little bit wider, and I want you to just kind of work from one side to the next, keeping equal weight on both feet. And if you feel comfortable, let's take the hands off the head and just float it. We want to kind of feel sexy and very free with our movements, so we're going to float it from side to side. Like a beautiful mermaid in the water. One more. And back to center. And let's get into these beautiful hip thrust rolls. Roll. Roll. Toes are still facing forward. Roll. Roll. And if you feel comfortable, let's utilize the hand. Swirl with it. As much of our body as we can incorporate into a movement, we can get that full rounded spectrum of movement going on. Move. And release. Switch sides. Other way around. 1. And 2. 3. And 4. And 5. Beautiful. Let's get into some swing actions. Back and forth. So that same thing that we were doing before, putting all our weight on our toes, then back. Be careful with it. Inhale forward, exhale back. Soft knees. And let's march it while we roll the shoulders. Roll the arms in a circle. Roll the arms in a circle. Keep flowing. And now we're going to swim the arms. Legs are open, hip distance apart. We are swimming the arms as we move the hips out, breathing in and out of our nose. And take it back. And release, hands on hip, feet underneath, and then push the hips back. Inhale up. Push the hips back. Inhale up. 3 more times. Push the hips back. We're in this flat back. We're not leaning over all the way. Push the hips back. And up. 2 more. Feet are facing forward. Push the hips back as if you're trying to split your pants. Inhale up. Last one. Push back, lean forward. Inhale up. All right, let's shake it out. Shake it out. Let's get into some dancing, some shaking, some somatic shaking, some somatic movements. So we're flowing. We're flowing. We're tapping. Tapping the arms. Tapping one arm at a time. Let's stay there. Your hands are like cup, as if you're like drinking water. We're tapping. I had like some small bumps here. They're now just going away. I've been taking care of the goats and the sheep and the chicken, and I have not been diligent in wearing gloves. So when I'm picking up the hay and working with all their manure and stuff, I guess I had an allergic reaction. So I'm now just getting over it. So that feels good. We're tapping. Let's hit that lymphatic system. Place the arms behind the head, perhaps, and just tap underneath the arm and breathe. Let's get to the side of the breast and the belly. And let's switch the other arm. Tapping the hand. A lot of healing going on in my body too. I had hit my finger a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it's been well over a month now, actually a month and a half. And it's now just healing. And it's helped me to understand just the spiritual connections of why we ache sometimes, because I was helping a friend out and maybe doing too much. And I realized that I needed to give a hand to myself before I could give anything to anyone else. And sometimes as caretakers, we do that. We overextend ourselves until we're hurt. And it's only when we're hurt we get to sit down and kind of reflect on what's going on and what we've been doing. So from here, let's go back to under the arm and hit those lymphatic systems and take any blockages, all toxins out. Give them a pathway out through this tapping. So we're tapping underneath the arms and the sides of the breast and the rib cage. Now let's get to the belly. We're going to bring the hands in a fist and just roll. This is where we can get some movement in. You are the drum in your life. You are drumming your body. You are drumming your body. Moving forward and then moving back. Feel that beautiful rush of energy. Of course, if you're birthing, you don't want to do this. I want you to bring your fingertips to your belly and just kind of tap. Instead of going with the rolls with the fist, you are tapping. You are tapping. Be very organic with your movements. You are tapping, very gentle tap. Sort of like you're tickling the baby. You can even choose to scratch instead of tap. I know sometimes as pregnant women, our bellies get very itchy and we need a lot of oil on them. So sometimes a little itching helps. We are tapping. We are tapping. We are tapping. And let's get to the lower back. If it's hard for you to reach your lower back leaning down or even in a flat back, stay more upright and breathe. And hit the sides of the body and the thighs. Relax your shoulders as you do this. This can be very tenseful. Relax the shoulders. And let's get to that groin area. I want us to see if we can get into a nice low squat, a malasana. This is great for birthing women. So we're going to come down into a malasana. If you need some support, put a pillow under you. and just have your hands in prayer pose in between your knees and just shift from side to side, keeping your tailbone as low as possible. This is a big hip stretch, so go into it mindfully. You can even use a chair to just sit on or to hold on to as you go into this. So it's shifting from side to side. Keep breathing. Let's breathe in and exhale out. Breathe in and exhale out. And bring the hands on the floor, straighten up the legs, push the hips back, and come up through a flat back. Beautiful. Let me readjust the camera. Okay. From here, I want you to bring one arm up and then lean into a flat back, then the other. Keep switching. Small arch back. Pushing those hips back. Why do we push the hips back? Because we want to take the weight off of the knees. When you stack your joints, you can prevent a lot of different aches. Inhale up, flat back down. Inhale up, flat back down. Let's go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two more. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Beautiful. All right, let's go into some knee circles. We're rolling the knees inward. Still in a somewhat of a flat back. I'll face the side. I'll face this side so you can see it from a different perspective. Rolling the knees inward. Your toes are facing forward. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And let's work roll outwards. Roll out, roll out, roll out, roll out, roll out. Bring these knees together and make full big circles. Full big circles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Switch directions. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful. All right, let's work with a little bit of balance here. We're going to go into a tree pose. Balance is good, not just for the body, but it's good for the mind. Balancing helps prevent injuries. And of course, as pregnant women, we don't want to fall. As birthing people, or even as caretakers, we don't want to be the person that is then in need of service unexpectedly. So we're going to balance, bring all your weight onto one leg. And then I want you to take the other leg. I'm going to bring the camera down just a little so you can see my feet. So you're going to bring the weight onto one leg. Then you're going to take the other leg and kickstand it. It's still on the floor. Kickstand it to the side of the foot. And bring your hands right here into prayer pose. This is tree pose right here. If you feel like, you know what, this is easy, I can go a little bit more, please trust me. Then slide that leg up on the side of the gastrocnemius, that calf muscle. And then you're going to keep the leg facing outward. Continue to engage the core. Your hands stay at heart center. This feels really good in the glutes, feels really good in the hamstrings too. From here, if you feel like this is enough, stay. However, if you want to go further up, you're not going to go up to the knee because you don't want anything pushing against the knee. You're going to lift the leg up and bringing it to the inside of that groin area. And if you're here, stay here for a moment as we dance the tree. So inhale the arms up and then exhale and just flow forward and back, forward and back, forward. Inhale, then exhale. Keep going. And now move in any way that feels transcendent for you. And release slowly with the assistance of your hands, because this helps you to stay mindful. lower the leg. Unless it was already close to the floor, then you just let it go down and shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Small little march, not big. Sort of like you're kneading dough underneath your feet, not too much. And release. Beautiful. Let's kick the leg to the side. One. This is before we go to the other side. Two. Right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. And relax. Okay. Let's go to the other leg once again. Kick standing. You can choose. Each side is different. Each hip is different. You're going to bring the leg up to level 2. If you like, that's the gastrocnemius, that calf muscle. And if that feels good, using your hands, go above the knee, not against the knee. Then bring it on the inside of that groin area, squeezing that belly button into the spine, hands at heart center. Let's stay here for 1 moment. Inhaling and exhaling. From here, inhale the arms up. And then exhale the arms to the side and then flow. Remember, you're flowing in your own unique way, your own unique zest for life. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Beautiful. Flow it up and flow it down. Flow it up and flow it down. 2 more. Flow it up and flow it down and stretch your potential. Stretch your potential and release. Slowly lower the leg and shake it out once again. Small little marches, small little marches, small little marches. All right, let's get into some aura cleansing movements. It's going to be somewhat of a forward fold, but we're going to keep it as a flat back. You're going to sweep the arms down and up. Sweep the arms down and up. Go into that flat back and up. Let's go. Exhale down, inhale up. One more. Bring your hands onto your thighs, and we're going to go back into that tapping. Tap. Tapping that groin area with your hands cupped. And release. Take the legs a little wider. And let's flow from side to side. Flow. Flow. Invoking beautiful energy in that side love handle. Flow. 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 Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Flow. Flow. One more. Flow. And flow. And release. Beautiful. Okay. Let's take a moment to get some water and use the restroom as you need it. And then we'll get right back with some more meditation and breathing practices. Okay, welcome back. Okay, so we showed you some movements that you can do at different stages of your cycle of pregnancy, mothering, caretaking. Now let's go into a beautiful breathing practice. It's Brahmari. Brahmari is an Indian bee, and you're gonna make the sound of a bee. This is gonna give you a level of calm, maybe even cool you down, because when you're calm, you're a little bit cooler than when you're fired up. So bring your hands onto your thigh, and I want you to inhale through the nose, and then as you exhale, you're gonna hum it out. Mm. All right, we're gonna do this with the full Brahmari practice, which is usually done with yoga. How do I say it? It's not yoga nidra, it's a yoga mudra. So we're gonna do it with that. So we have the hand movement alongside of the actual breathing practice. Bring your fingertips close to your face, your pinky, and what it is we're closing out all five senses and at the same time humming. So bring your pinky onto the bottom of your lip, your chin area, and then bring your ring finger next to the sides of your mouth. And then bring your middle finger to the side of your nose. So you're covering the mouth, covering the nose, sense of the eating, and then the smelling. And then now you're covering up the eyes, and then you're going to cover up the ears. Let's do that same breathing practice like this. Inhaling, and then exhaling through just your mouth will stay closed, just exhaling with a hum. Mm, mm, mm. 5 more times. Mm, mm, mm. Last one. Mm, and relax, relate, release, relax into this moment, release all thoughts, relate to yourself on a new level. Stay right here for one moment and let it go. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining us at Restore Forward Black Women Blueprint for this wonderful Rainbow Roots session once again. Remembering that this is a nurturing space for mothers and birthing people. Just your time out in the middle of the day, a really good time out from noon to 1. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please continue to share this with your friends and your family, and visit us at restoreforward.org, where we have a plethora of wonderful wellness practices that will help you on your journey. Namaste.